This is a virtual contact through Zoom. If you'll stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance now, please. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it
which
stands,
stands one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is a consent agenda. The listing under consent agenda is a group of items to be acted on with a single motion and vote. This agenda is designed to expedite the handling of limited routine matters by City Council. The mayor will ask if a citizen or council member wishes to have a specific item removed from the consent agenda for discussion. Either the public or a council member may request an item be removed from the consent agenda or added at this time prior to the council vote. The first item is approval of the work session and regular meeting minutes for October 27, 2020. Approval of the expenditure vouchers of November 10th, 2020. And approval of the report of corporate changes and renewal fermented beer liquor license for Walmart Incorporated, DBA Walmart store number 0966, located at 1835 East Main Street, Cortez. Are there any additions to the consent agenda or any changes? Hearing none. Amy?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to propose pulling the consent agenda as written and placing an addition.
Okay, go ahead, Amy. What's the addition?
That council would strongly recommend that due to the recent increase of COVID cases in the Southwest, we as council strongly recommend that all persons wear a mask while in public spaces in the city of Cortez.
Second.
This is simply to put it on the agenda, so it would be, I don't know what the number is, new business.
Be under the new business?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Unless Linda says no, but that's where I'm thinking it goes.
sound right, Linda?
You can add it there, or you can add it in other items of business, but that's fine. We can add it as 6P for discussion. So we're gonna motion to approve the consent agenda later in the meeting, Mike, or are we
No.
approving
They would be a motion and approval to
to add
approve the consent agenda with the addition
for
of the
discussion as
amended
6P?
agenda.
Okay, so it's an amended agenda, just not, we're not adding the
Yes, sir.
comment. Okay.
Where do we locate that
It'll
agenda?
be 6P under new business.
6B?
P.
B. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay,
So we're gonna vote on the consent agenda with the addition of the 6P to the agenda, correct?
right.
Yep.
Okay, so Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Lady.
Aye. Thank you. There are no presentations tonight. Under public hearings, the first item is ordinance number 1279, series 2020, Director of Finance, Ben Burkett. Go ahead, Ben.
Good evening, council members. Yes, tonight we have the second reading for the budgets. Just to give you a quick overview of how it's structured for the evening, we have the first three ordinances, which the first is the adopting the budget. The second then is the appropriation of the budget. The third item then is the approval of the mill levy. And then as we get on later in the evening, under new business, you will have resolutions. The resolutions are all relating to mostly to the fees and schedules, which support the revenues that are in the budget that, if you so choose, adopt this evening. There are a couple items which we'll get to later, which will relate to specifically the CCN, the hydro, and the, I think it was the water fund, where you have, as a board members, for owning the budgets for those, that you also have to then, in essence, through resolution, you approve those budgets for those entities. So it's just more of a subsections of the overarching budget that went through the first reading. So the first item on the budget here is the adoption of the budget.
So we're gonna have to do these individually again, like last time.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Video is.
And yep, so I believe it is a public hearing. Any questions, or I turn that over to you all.
Any questions on that?
I don't have any.
Okay. We'll begin with ordinance number 1279, series 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 1279, series 2020, an
Mr.
ordinance
Robert?
summarizing. Yes.
We have to open a public hearing for these tonight.
Oh,
All
I'm
three of
sorry.
the ordinances. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but we do need to open the hearing first.
Okay, we open this up for comment.
There's nobody with their hands raised.
Okay, there's no comment. Okay, go ahead. The motion.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. Seeing that there's no public comment, I will make a motion to approve on final reading ordinance number 1279, series 2020, an ordinance summarizing expenditures and revenues for each fund and adopting a budget for the city of Cortez, Colorado for the calendar year beginning on the first day of January 2021 and ending the last day of December 2021.
Second.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is ordinance number 1280, series 2020. Ben Burkett, again.
Yes, thank you again. Now we're moving on to the appropriation of the budget, and that is appropriating the monies as per the specific amounts that are outlined within the packet, and the more detailed view of the budget that is attached, I believe, as an appendix, which is also available. It is available on the City of Cortez's website for further review. And this is appropriating by departments and by funds and the like.
Okay. Are there any discussion on this?
Do we need to open public comment on each of these separately? Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
thanks, Linda.
Are there any
Thank you.
public comments?
There's still no hands
I
raised.
don't see anything. Okay. Okay. Could I have a motion, please?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the final reading of ordinance number 1280, series 2020, an ordinance appropriating sums of money to the various funds and spending agencies in the amount and for the purpose as set forth below for the city of Cortez, Colorado for the 2021 budget year.
Second.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is ordinance number 1281, series 2020. Ben Burkett again.
We are now moving on to the ordinance related to the mill levy and the setting of the mill levy. Within the mill levy, as it was discussed last week, it is set and it does not go up or down. We are providing some temporary tax credits back due to prior over collection in the years, but it's setting that mill levy, tax mill levy. A point of clarification that may have been missed is if you look down in section 4, a lot of you are new to the process, but section 4 allows myself as the finance director to modify the mill levy in December when we get a revised valuation from the county, and we have to do a recalculation is all it is. Don't expect, typically there's not much changes, but I have to redo the same calculations I did here, 1.21 mils against where the new valuation is. You are allowing me to make those minor adjustments when that comes up in December, early December.
Ben, with the repealing of Gallagher in the last, that ballot measure, so that's kind of up in the air. I guess, what are you doing to prepare for that?
That doesn't really affect us per
Okay.
se, because what it is about how the valuation, the assessment of the valuation of property is calculated, which that's all on the county side. They do the calculation of all that. All we do then is we take that valuation and then we then calculate our mill levy, and then we are the rules where we follow there then is the Tabor limits, which is why we're having to provide tax credits back to the citizens of the city of Cortez. So it's not, the Gallagher revisions don't really impact us. It can in how that assessment occurs, okay? But because our mill levy is so low, is even if the assessment, the value of the property assessed, the assessed value of property within the city, if it goes up, the impact on city revenues or the taxes from property taxes will be minimal because it's 1.21 mils. So it's, for every $1,000, it's not even it's quite a bit, not even a penny.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any public discussion on this item? Hearing none, could I have a motion on this item?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve on final reading ordinance number 1281, series 2020, and ordinance levying property taxes for the year 2021 to help defray the costs of government for the city of Cortez, Colorado for the 2021 budget year.
Second.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is resolution number 26, series 2020, Associate Planner Neva Connolly. Go ahead, Neva.
Hello, good evening, everyone. All right, I'm just gonna share my screen here. Okay. So this is a site plan review for a 7,000 square foot cannabis grow facility located at 1020 South Broadway. The 1.14 acre property is zoned commercial highway and is the location of chronic therapy. The proposal will be just north of the existing building. The new building will meet all of the commercial highway setbacks. The applicant proposes to install 2,780 square feet of landscaping, which is over our 10% requirement for landscaping. The land use code requires 18 spaces for the new facility, and that is provided for in this. Currently, most of the parking for chronic therapy is not paved, and with this new proposal, they will have to be paving the parking lot and adding the landscaping to the newly disturbed areas there. Let's see. So this proposed facility is subject to all state and local marijuana licensing requirements, and this site plan review is not part of that. So approval of the site plan does not mean approval of the marijuana license. So that's just something to keep in mind. The landscaping consists of several species on our recommended plant list, as well as a couple of edible tree species. The project was sent out for agency review, and we did get several comments back on this that we have worked through. The Cortez Fire Protection District requested that the applicants add a fire hydrant to or near the site, and staff, the Cortez Fire District, and the applicants have worked together on this, and the city will provide, the applicants will pay for the materials, and the city will install the fire hydrant just south of the site, and that satisfies the fire district requirements. CDOT also is working through some access permit requirements for the existing chronic therapy site. It doesn't have too much to do with the new build. And so staff and Planning and Zoning Commission recommended adding an additional condition of approval to that. It's condition G that states all requirements of CDOT must be met prior to issuance of a building permit from the City of Cortez Planning and Building Department. So the CDOT issues have not been entirely addressed, but they must be addressed before this site plan will get a building permit. I think that about covers this. Do you guys have any questions?
I have one, Neva. This is Mayor Levy. Were there any public comments taken during this outreach?
Oh, yes, there were. So a neighbor called in and stated that he does have some concerns with the lights on the existing chronic therapy building, and says that they're really bright, and he's worried that the new building will add to the lighting problem. So that's something that our building department will look at specifically when they're reviewing the plans. They may have some security requirements for the building that does call for additional lighting, but there are ways to keep the light on the site and but to keep it on the site and not bothering the other neighbors. And we're also going to have the code enforcement check out the current lighting situation and see if there's anything we can do to, direct the light more downward and less out of the property. So that is something we're aware of and we'll try to address.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments from council?
Yeah, Neva, this is Orly. I was just wondering, with all those requirements, the CDOT's requiring, that it's not going to put it to a halt, or is it working out good?
It seems to be moving forward. So I don't see that it's going to come to a halt. I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
Neva, did they say that they're just going to be using the stuff they grow to sell inside their own store?
I am not aware. I believe that's the case. I do think the applicants are online. So we can see if we can ask that question. I do know they plan on employing 4 to 6 people, but I'm not sure if it's just for chronic therapy or if the product is going to be shipped out or not.
Yeah, hi guys. My name's Matt Saunders. I'm one of the owners. I can address that question. Yes, the grow facility will be supplying product for just chronic therapy locations, but it will not only be Cortez. It will be for our lab in Aurora and our other store in Wheat Ridge as well.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Can I ask if this is going to increase your staffing? Like, is this adding jobs?
Yeah, we're expecting just 4 to 6 jobs though. As far as maintaining a greenhouse of this size, it won't take a lot of extra people, which was one of the questions we had from CDOT as well as concerning traffic coming in and out. The traffic should not be increased very much at all based on employees. And this will be a site that is not accessible by just anybody. So customers will go to the dispensary and pretty much just employees will be in the cultivation facility.
Thank you.
Yeah, the city has seen 2 similar proposals for cannabis grow facilities, and all of them do not have public access and or retail sales from the building. So that's very regulated at the state level.
Neva, are the grow facilities bound by the same exact regulations as the retail stores?
I don't believe so, no. But then we can ask.
Right, I mean, in terms of like this far away from a school or.
Oh, yes.
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. The local requirements are the same. So it is, it does at this point meet the 1,500-foot distance requirement from other marijuana facilities and public, private, and charter schools.
Neve, I have one more question. This is Mayor Levy. Security, will there be cameras or motion sensors in their area?
Yes, there will be. And that's all part of the licensing requirements. And in your packet, there should be a page in there that briefly describes some of the security protocol. But yes, that is required.
Okay, thank you. Okay, are there any other questions or comments from the council? Any comments from the public?
If you guys don't mind, I just want to throw in real quick. If there's a lighting problem, we're happy to solve it as long as we stay within regulations. We were not aware of that until today, so we're happy to address that issue right away.
Thank you. Okay, do we hear a motion on this item?
Oh, and I would like to address, the lighting is covered in one of the conditions of approval. So that's condition E. So that will be addressed at final condition of approval. And the requirements for the fire department are also covered under condition H. So some of these bigger concerns that some of you have had are covered under the conditions and will be met before either the building permit is issued or before they receive their final certificate of occupation.
Thank you, Neva.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the site development plan for the construction of the chronic therapy grow facility at 1020 South Broadway as submitted by agent Dean Brookie of Brookie Architecture for property owner 1020 South Broadway LLC through council resolution number 26, series 2020 with the following conditions A through H.
Second.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Medina.
Isn't there supposed to be a public hearing?
He
I
asked.
asked for public comments. There are
Okay.
none.
Medina,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there's no unfinished business. Under new business, the first item is the golf professional contract with Rudolphski Golf LLC, Parks and Recreation Director Dean Palmquist.
Yeah,
Go
good
ahead,
evening.
Dean.
Good evening, City Council. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. The City of Cortez entered into a 3-year contract with Rudolphski Golf LLC for golf professional services at the Conquistador Golf Course on January 1st, 2018. The golf professional services contract will expire on December 31st of this year and is now up for renewal. Rudolphski Golf LLC has continued to provide exceptional customer service at the Conquistador Golf Course, and I recommend we continue to retain their golf professional services at our golf course for the next 3 years. The new golf professional services contract will increase the annual base amount from $34,000 to $36,000, which would roughly be just over a 5% increase. And we did the same thing in the last contract as well, in doing around a 5% increase on the base amount. Rudolphski Golf LLC will be eligible for a yearly bonus based on revenue increases from the daily green fees collected in keeping with the intent of the current contract. The past 3 years average for daily fees collected has been adjusted up from $131,404 to $144,430. And the reason they got adjusted up, we collected over $160,000 in daily greens fees this year. So it was quite a significant increase from what we've seen in past years. I think the average is from around 118,000 in I think the first year, and then it's increased over 160,000. So we take a three-year average, and we're just projecting that average out to the end of this year, and it should be pretty close. The Golf Pro will receive 10% increase over the past 3 years average. And as a bonus, also the Golf Pro will receive 10% of the fees collected for private cart use on our golf course. So we collect a private cart fee for any private carts, and the Golf Pro, he rents out the golf carts. And so this is some recouping of his lost revenue from renting out golf carts. So that's why we do that 10%, if that gives a help of why we do that. The fiscal impact is of this amount for 2021 budget is $41,500. And again, we recommend that we move with a new golf professional services contract for retaining Radowski Golf LLC for the next 3 years. I also want to mention too that we have done research in past years to see if this is a comparable contract compared to other municipalities, and we feel like it's very comparable when we've researched with other municipalities. I think with the golf industry, you can go a lot from having a management company come in to having this type of arrangement to the city doing all those services in-house. And it's, I think John could back that up. There's a varying degree of how you can provide this. And I think we've felt like this arrangement has been in the best interest for the city of Cortez. So with that, I guess I would open up to any questions.
Yeah, Dean, just as I was reading through this document, I just wanted to make sure I understood. So there's the average, which is the 144K for this go around. So anything that he makes above that, he gets 10% bonus.
Right.
Okay.
So if he had like 150,000, it would be just, it'd be around 5,000, around $600 that would be eligible at 10%. So that'd be $560.
And that would be added to the base minimum or the base of the 36K that he would get for the
Correct. And typically, like with the private car registrations, we've had around $46,000. So that's been about $4,600. And typically he gets around, it's usually been in most years, $500 to about $1,000 from the daily greens over the averaged amount. This year is going to be higher. In a couple years ago, when it was 118,000, he didn't receive any bonus for that year.
Hey Dean, when is the annual community golf clinic?
The annual community golf clinic. We usually have tried to do, like with our playground days and different programs, introduce that into one of those programs. So that's how we've done our clinics in the past. It hasn't been an open free for all into the community. We've usually just done it programmatically.
Dean, how long has Mr. Rudowski been the golf pro at the golf course?
Man, we'd have to go back to Linda Smith on that. What
he's been quite a while.
He took over for his dad, didn't he?
No. Yes, he did. I'm not positive how many years, but we can certainly look that up.
Yeah.
I know it's quite
a long time. Long time.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want to give them props, like this year with the COVID too. I think they did a wonderful job of accommodating, moving their operation outdoors, back behind on the patio to really accommodate keeping people outdoors. And he really was really flexible. And I think we did well, Tom, Mike and I meeting together as a team to really talk about the reopening strategy and what was in the best interest, really looking at what other golf course operations did. So I think he was a great asset and partner to have in all this as we went down the road of such new territory with COVID.
I agree with Dean. Mike worked very well with the city in enforcing the COVID restrictions. Did a good job. Any other questions from the council? Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion for this item.
I move to approving the golf professional contract with Radowski Golf LLC, Micah, for the next 3 years, January 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2023.
I'll second.
Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item is Parks and Recreation and Forestry Advisory Board appointment. Director of Parks and Recreation, Dean Palmquist, again. Dean?
Yep, thanks, Mike and the city council. We on our Parks, Recs and Forestry Advisory Board, we have 9 members, and two members are high school youth, and we have 3 vacancies, adult vacancies right now, and 2 high school youth vacancies. I kind of tapped into the one you had, Mayor Mike, for and it just hasn't worked out to date with the high school youth. We still are pursuing through the youth coalition to see if we can get another youth on board. So
Okay. We'll keep
with
trying.
that said, yep, we'll keep trying. The city received a letter of interest, I believe, from George Tripp to fill one of the adult vacancies, and the Parks and Rec Advisory Board members reviewed George Tripp's letter of interest and gave a unanimous support via email for George Tripp. And I believe this evening you had an interview at your work session.
Right. Yes, we did. Okay, are there any questions or comments from the council?
I don't have any.
Okay, could I have a motion on this item?
Mr. Mayor, I move to appoint George Tripp to the Parks, Recreation and Forestry Advisory Board.
Second.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item is resolution number 17, series 2020, Library Director Alicia Gamori-Lusker. Go ahead, Alicia.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. So we have some pretty minimal fees that we charge, and mostly just to kind of recoup some of our costs. There's a couple bigger ones. So we do daily overdue fines, and I would like to eliminate those for this year for ages 0 to 18. As a library, it's really our job to eliminate barriers to access. So I'm asking that the fines for this year, and maybe moving forward next year, we might be able to eliminate them for everybody. But for this year, I'm asking 0 to 18. The fine would stay the same for 19 plus. That would be 25 cents a day. We would still charge for lost and damaged items regardless of the patron's age. So if a book or any materials were damaged or lost, we would charge the full replacement costs for that. Some of the other costs like replacement cards, the copiers, earbuds, those sorts of things, we really are just looking to recoup the costs that we pay. Some of the fees that we had were a little bit excessive. And then I also want it noted that we do an out-of-state card since we're so close to Four Corners. We charge a $20 deposit. For some reason, that has been sort of just stated that we get that $20, but it's refundable. So I want it noted on this resolution that that's a refundable fee. If their card is in good standing in 6 months, they're able to get that $20 back. So it's kind of a wash. If for some reason we get the deposit and they don't return the materials, that goes directly back into replacing those items. And that's why we charge the $20 fee. Any questions about any of that?
I have none.
Or council members, just a reiteration since several of you are new and maybe unfamiliar. So again, here, the fees that we're talking about by each of the different departments are what went into the revenue calculations within the overall budget.
Thank you.
The only question I had is on the resolution, it says to be effective January 1st, 2020. Should that be 2021?
No, this is the old one. So this was the one that was decided on last year. So my edits are the ones in red. So this was the prior director. So this was the one that was approved last January. So my edits are in the red, if that makes sense.
I guess I don't think we got your copy with the red marks.
Oh gosh, so sorry. I submitted that. So yes, this was last year. So what I did was I just kind of put reasoning in and then change those costs. Do you guys want me to email you all a copy of that, or do you want me to go through each one and tell you what it used to be and what I want to change it to?
Did council get a copy of the final resolution that they are adopting?
Yes, I got a copy that had the red in it. I don't know if anyone else did, but mine had the red.
I'm sorry, I have a feeling the scanned copy just lost the color is all.
Yeah, so my edits are just in the parentheses.
Actually, the resolutions included in the packet is the new one. Resolution number 17 is for this next year, the one with the red. That was not, that's not included. And you are correct. It should be effective January 1st, 2021. Robert, that is correct. This resolution 17 is for 2021.
If I may just quickly, then maybe for consistency to summarize what the costs are so we're on the same page. So Alicia, if you don't mind, the overdue items per day is still 25 cents?
For patrons that are age 19 and over. There will be no daily fines for ages 0 to 18.
Okay, and we don't have that breakout in this resolution. Lost damaged items, cost of item.
Cost of item.
Replacement card, $1.
$1, yes.
Out of state card, $20.
$20 refundable deposit.
Okay, copies per page, 10 cents.
10 cents per page. The first 10 copies when a patron comes in would be free if they have a library card. I don't know how much of that needs to be added in there, but.
Can I throw something in here? Wouldn't it be just easier to get a final resolution for the next meeting and adopt it then?
Sure.
I mean, that's, then everybody's got it on a piece of paper in front of them. It's correct. It's easy to read. And because we still have to type up a resolution.
Yes, we can button that up for the next period.
So can we make a motion to table this?
Yes, until the next meeting.
Can I just ask, how many out-of-state cards do you give out a year?
I don't have an exact number. I could run a report. I'll try to do that for the next meeting, but quite a few. We do get a lot of folks from out of state. We also get a lot of people that are staying here for the summer. Lots of people that are staying like RV parks and those sorts of things with kiddos. So we want them to be able to utilize our services. So the $20 fee is a pretty good compromise so that they can have the card. But again, it's always been refundable. I'm not sure why that was never noted on the resolutions, but it has always been a refundable fee.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions? So we'll table this item till the next time. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 18, series 2020, City
Mike,
Clerk Linda Smith.
If we could, we would need a motion to table resolution 17.
Okay. Could I have a motion to table this resolution?
Mr. Mayor,
I'd like to make a motion to table this until the next meeting.
Okay.
I'll second.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckent,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, now, resolution number 18, series 2020, City Clerk Linda Smith.
Yes, resolution number 18 replaces the resolution that we did last year for the fees and charges for the city clerk. There is nothing different on this resolution than was adopted last year. The resolution includes the fees for the marijuana, for the liquor, and for the liquor fees and the open records requests. The liquor fees are dictated by the state. The city does not have much say in any of those fees. They're all dictated by the state statute. And the marijuana fees are similar to most communities. Actually, Mancos and Dolores and Durango have dropped their fees for marijuana licensing. But I still am recommending that they stay the same as they have been, unless council would like to do some research on that. But our fees are the very same since we began our marijuana licensing, and I really don't see a need to drop them unless we're feeling like, I mean, we don't have a lot of new licensing that we can do for our community anymore, really.
Can I make a comment on that?
Sure.
I think we should keep it the same because I feel like it also puts constraints on how many people will actually come in and set up a shop. Not in like a bad way, but maybe it'll limit like the number of people coming in.
I feel our fees are reasonable. And most of the communities anymore, they can't, there's just not a lot of places to put marijuana, establishments. So
People complained about the pricing?
They never have, no.
And these were I'll say sort of, they did some research when we set these up about staff's time, both on the fee and enforcement and things. So these aren't just numbers out of the air.
No, we did a lot of research for them when we started.
It was kind of scary, the cost analysis, the amount of time you spend and what it costs to do one of these. So the fees do represent the city recovering its time or money for its time spent.
Has it proven to be pretty accurate?
Yes.
Like pretty much. Cool.
Okay.
So council have any questions on them, on the fees?
I don't have any.
Good. Can I have a motion on this item?
I make a motion approving resolution number 18, series 2020, establishing the fees and charges for the city clerk.
Second.
Yazzie?
Aye.
Dobry?
Aye.
Huckins?
Aye.
Lucero?
Aye.
Medina?
Aye.
Rainey?
Aye.
Levy?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 19, series 2020, Director of Public Works, Phil Johnson.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of City Council. I have Tracy and Sean Canada on board as well, in case there's any questions for the rate resolution for planning and building. And as you can see, this resolution is complete, and the only changes that we made on all of them was the building permit fee moved up to, the minimum fee was to $75, which from 40 previously, and then the cash in lieu fee. So all the other fees across the board we left stable year to year. The $40 minimum going up to 75 is really to compensate for staff time, and there's a lot of work that goes into any permit that comes to our offices. It's just not paperwork. I mean, there's inspections and a lot of support we provide for our customers. So other than that, there are no changes to the building fees. If you have questions, I'm sure that Sean would be glad to articulate, his reasoning behind this and where we stand with those. If there are none, we can just.
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
Okay, great. The other component of this is a cash in lieu fee requirement, and that's changed annually, and it's based on what the value is on land, and this year it's up to $14,800. from, it was very similar last year. Tracy, if you guys have any questions, Tracy's on the line to answer any questions. This has, it basically is to help offset purchasing open space or money going to parks that can be utilized in proximity to the subdivisions. And this applies only to subdivisions, not single family residences. It's for developments, and it's to help to take the place of open space that's dedicated in the subdivisions themselves. No questions?
Any questions, Council?
Okay. So that's it on planning and building fees then.
Okay. Could I have a motion on this item, please?
I make a motion approving resolution number 19, series 2020, setting fees for the charges of planning and building department services and materials provided by the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 21, series 2020. Director of Public Works, Phil Johnson, again.
Hello
We're
again.
on resolution 20. Yes.
Okay. We did a couple of changes here with regards to our fees. And one was the blasting permit fee, which we actually had to create for the school project. It was $30. We raised that up to $75 to keep in kind with the other minimum building permits. I don't think we've ever issued another one since then, but we just wanted to bring that one up to speed. There's a lot of work involved in not just issuing a blasting permit, but Sean is involved with fire department, making sure that all the safety protocols are in place. And so that just brings them all up to speed. The second change was we increased our flatbed truck fee to $90 from $70 for the first ton. And what this service is we deliver a flatbed dump truck to a residence in the city, and we'll drop it off on Friday afternoon. They can fill it with whatever they want, and that is acceptable at the landfill, of course. And then we'll pick up that truck on Monday morning and deliver it to the landfill. So they can put up to a ton of material in this for $90. Our tipping fees are just under $54 a ton right now, but for the other $36, it really takes 2 men and 2 trucks to get it there. One will the flatbed itself, and then we'll follow up with another truck. We'll pick up the person, and then same thing when we do it Monday. And then that truck goes from whatever residence in the city all the way to the landfill and dumps it. So for $36 additional dollars on top of the tipping fee, they're getting 2 men and 2 trucks for about an hour and a half each. So I think that's very reasonable. And then based on any weight over a ton, it's a prorated amount of $55. We don't make any money on this. As a matter of fact, it's just a service we provide. And, we just try to recoup a portion of the overhead for that. So those are the only 2 changes we've made in public works services on resolution 20. And I'll be glad to answer any questions you have.
Phil, how often do people use that dump truck weekend program?
I'm glad you asked. In 2018, we provided 22 flatbed services. In 2019, just 11. And then in 2020, 18.
Wow.
So we average, it depends on the season and the need. This year, I thought we would have done more because we didn't have our cleanups, but it just worked out that nothing really changed much.
Okay. Impressive.
No, that's a good service. That's a good service there.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions, council? Could I have a motion on this, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve resolution number 20, series 2020, setting fees and charges for public works services and materials provided by the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Second.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, now, resolution number 21, series 2020. Director of Public Works, Phil Johnson, again. Go ahead, Phil.
All right, thank you, sir. We didn't change any of our rates with regards to polycarts or commercial dumpsters this year. Given that, for several reasons. One is, we want to make sure that we don't impact our residents and businesses during this time right now. We don't know exactly how they're going to be impacted with cash flow. Two, our refuse fund is currently in really good shape. We just got done making a purchase, so we will be making a purchase with cash for our next refuse replacement truck. And until we find out where we really stand, I'm not going to make recommendations to increase rates until we have a sound foundation for our finances. So we left our monthly recurring fees alone. The only thing we did add this year was a fee to clean dumpster enclosures. And really, I think this is more of, for problematic areas where people they overflow their trash, or they don't want to get an extra pickup, and then the enclosures get filthy. And, for safety reasons, that means we have to use shovels and have sharps protected gloves and, clean the area out. We want to, this is basically a prohibitive cost because we want people to take care of their own business. But we will clean it up and it does take time and effort, and it slows us down on our route. So that's the only change, is a recommendation to have a dumpster fee enclosure for a $100 fee if in fact the owners of the property don't maintain it themselves.
Thank you, Phil. Any other questions, comments?
That's good news, not raising rates.
All right.
Phil, how often do you guys run into that sort of issue? Like having
enough to want to make a fee happen to inspire people to take care of their own dumpster enclosures. I did get a complaint, actually not this week, but the week before, about a dumpster enclosure, but the complainant actually made it the public dumpster who's supposed to clean this up, when in fact it was a commercial dumpster on private property, and we reached out to them as well as the owner of the dumpster to clean it, and so they did. And that oftentimes happens. We just reach out and let them know they need to maintain it because of the, you're talking about vector reduction with, mice, rats, ravens, or, bugs, etc. So it's just a matter of letting them know that they need to do it. And if they don't want to do it, we'll be glad to, but we're not going to do it for free.
Any other questions?
Mr. Mayor?
Can I have a motion, please, Amy?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number 21, series 2020, establishing refuse collection rates for the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next item is resolution number 23, series 2020. Who is presenting this one?
I believe it's Chief Knuckles. Is he on? If not, I'll do my best to present.
I don't see him on the,
I don't either.
So we'll go ahead and go with the police. At the end of the day, what you see before you for the fees for the police are the same fees that we've had since 2013. No changes since then. I can't really speak more to that other than no changes.
And folks, I think Chief Knuckles is at National Guard camp, which is why he's not here.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
I think as you've heard other directors speak to, the purpose of the fees is just to recoup some of the costs. Clearly, it doesn't recoup all, but it's just a minor fee to charge. Again, these fees have not changed since 2013.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Council? Could I have a motion on this, please?
I make a motion approving resolution number 23, series 2020, establishing the fees for the charges to reproduction information for the city of Cortez Police Department.
Second.
Second.
Dobry,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye, thank you. Okay, next item is resolution number 24, series 2020. Ben, you want to cover that?
Yes, Mayor. The same information is for the police fees. I do not believe these fees have changed since 2013 either. In discussion with Chief Knuckles at the time, there wasn't a reason to make any changes at this point. These fees are, at the end of the day, when you look at the budget, we don't make a whole lot of money through these fees. So it's not the goal of making revenue, so to speak, for the city.
Basically covering our costs.
Some.
Okay, some. Any questions, Council? Okay, could I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution number 24, series 2020, establishing fees and charges for the Cortez Animal Shelter for services provided by the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Medina,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 25, series 2020. Director Parks and Rec, Dean Palmquist.
Yeah, good evening, City Council. Once again, just real brief with the Parks and Recreation charges. We're looking at keeping the Cortez Recreation Center charges the same. We have a lot of rebuilding of gaining memberships once COVID's done to reestablish hopefully those memberships and more use of the recreation center. So we felt at this point to keep the fees as they are. Then jumping to the next page or the section with the golf course, we're looking at keeping those fees the same for 2021. We've in the last 3 years increased those fees by about 25%. So we felt it was probably just with these economic times just to keep those rates the same. I do want to say it's good to have a lot of different packages in your tool belt with what we have for revenues that we have available, that where we had just the daily green fees, and then we had the 5-round pass with the 6-round free. And just because of the COVID situation, I think that one sold over $20,000 in revenue. And so it's just, and that one's not been used anywhere close to that. But I think with the onset that the golf course could close at any time, a lot of people were maybe a little hesitant to get a membership this or a season pass this year and use this 5-round pass with the 6-round freeze. So that was a hot seller this year, you could say. And I think it's just good to have all these options available to the community. We, on the pool charges, looking at keeping that the same as well, where we didn't offer that this year. I think we just need to kind of toe the line there. And then programs, there's a little bit of flexibility on a couple of those programs. We're keeping those fees the same. And then the big one with the facilities, we're looking at adding the Montezuma Park Performance Stage and charging $60 for a half day and $120 for a full day. And that's similar to what we charge for like the Parque de Vida Amphitheater. And that's just to help cover setup costs, and there's, getting trash cans and various things and making sure that stage is ready to be used. And then I think on the back, we are keeping the arborist fee license fee at $25. So it's just a nominal fee for that. So I guess with that said, any questions of Parks and Recreation fees?
What does the arborist fee comprise of?
Well, it's just basically to get them licensed, sort of they're certified arborists for the city of Cortez. So they Mike usually have to go through either taking a test that we conduct here out of the rec center. And once they pass by 70%, then they go to Linda Smith and then they obtain the license. So we also do accept if they're licensed in Durango or like Grand Junction or some other Western Slope communities. We know they've gone through the process of testing, and it's just to assure that somebody's a certified arborist and they're doing appropriate pruning and removal of the trees. And so it's a pretty rigorous test that they go through just to demonstrate that they have the correct knowledge of what they're doing in our community.
Okay. Thank you, Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions from the council?
Yeah, Dean, was there quite a bit of refund on the rec center passes at all? Or
yeah, there Orly, there sure was. I mean, there was. I can't give you a number right offhand. I could get one for you, but there definitely was some refunds. I think we thought there would even be maybe possibly more than what we had, but it was a fairly substantial amount, with it's just COVID right now and some people not as comfortable coming into the facility. And I think some people, and unfortunately with the mask, that's a hindrance for some people, I think, in how they feel like to work out. So it kind of works both ways. Some people want to see more of the mass and work with working out, and the others maybe see it differently. So I think it was challenging too with some of the private businesses that, they did allow working out without masks. And I think I appreciate that we took the high road as a public agency and government agency, that we did the correct protocol, and I feel good about what we did in the long run to try to, stem off any chances of this spreading through use of our facilities.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions, council? Okay. Could I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number 25, series 2020, setting fees and charges for the Cortez Parks and Recreation facilities, programs, and services offered by the city of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Huckins.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is resolution number CCN-2020-1, series 2020. Director of Finance, Ben Burkett.
Right. Thank you, council members again. What we're seeing here is the CCN fund is set up as a formal enterprise with legal documents and such, as the council members are in essence the board of directors, if you want to say, for the CCN enterprise. So this here resolution is to formally adopt the annual budget that was detailed up in the ordinance, but it's specific just for the CCN. Has to be done as a separate act.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions from the council? Could I have a motion on this item, please?
Mayor, I move that we consider approving resolution number CCN 2020-1, Series 2020, approving the annual budget for the Cortez Community Network CCN enterprise for the year 2021.
Second.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number CCN-20-2, Series 2020, Director of General Services, Rick Smith.
Evening, City Council. What I have before you is a resolution to set the fees that Cortez Community Network charges. And I'm happy to report that this year there's no increases. There's quite a significant increase last year. So we're holding all of the charges the same as last year.
Thank you, Rick. Any questions from the council? Could I have a motion on this item, please?
Before you had a motion, I had one quick question.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
With the rate raise from last year, how has that affected revenue for this year?
It increased the revenues with the new fees that started last year. The main changes were the drop fees, residential fees, and bandwidth went from a tiered model to a flat fee. And so we're trying to retain some more cost recovery there. And we also last year added the rooftop rent. That's for the wireless providers. So it has increased it.
And Councilmember Dobry, if you're interested to see the specifics, if you look within the budget and the, I think it's in the appendix or separate, I don't remember exactly how it's provided to you. The CCN fund details there where it compares 2019 to the 2020, and then also to 2021 and in 2022 as a future forecast. If you want to see.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Are there any other questions from the council? Okay, could I have a motion on this item, please?
I move that we approve resolution number CCN 2022, Series 2020, setting fees and charges for the Cortez Community Network Enterprise programs and services offered by the City of Cortez, Colorado.
Second.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Huckins.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is resolution number WE-2020-1, Series 2020, Director of Finance, Ben Burkett.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, this is similar to the CCN where the water fund is a separate entity as an enterprise. Example is, as I didn't mention before, but I should have, allows it to raise debt and the like. Okay, that's one reason why it's a separate entity altogether. So again, this is for formally approving as the board of the water fund, the budget that was previously approved, but specifically here for the water fund.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions from the council? Seeing none, can I have our motion on this resolution, please?
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead.
you take it, Arlena.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution number WE 2020-1, Series 2020, approving the annual budget for the City of Cortez Water Enterprise for the year 2021.
Second.
Lucero,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. The next item is resolution number WE 2020-2, Series 2020. Phil Johnson.
Hello again.
Hello.
As with the refuse fund and, similar fees throughout the city, we're not recommending any increases with our water fund. We are currently in good shape with this fund, and we do not feel that raising the rates will, benefit anyone in our current condition. And we just moved to keep the rates flat.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Can I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve resolution number WE 2020-2, Series 2020, establishing the water rate charges and the water development charges for the City of Cortez Water Enterprise.
Second.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is resolution number HE 2020-1, Series 2020. Ben Burkett again. Unmute yourself, Ben.
I realize that it's blinking at me, needs to be red light. Stop. I apologize. Just like the CCN and the water fund, the hydro fund is a separate enterprise with its own debt and the likes. We are here to approve the budget for the hydro as part of the overall budget, and yourselves as the board of directors. You will not see that there are fees associated to the hydro fund because there are not fees. There is just a contract by which the revenue for producing power. As you all know, the challenge with the power and the contract that was had earlier in the summer that the Public Works Director, Phil Johnson, addressed, and you're very familiar with that matter at hand. Of course, the results of the contract is impacted the hydro, and you do see that reflected in the hydro fund budget.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions from the council? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we consider approving HE 2020-1, Series 2020, approving the annual budget for the City of Cortez Hydroelectric Power Enterprise for the year 2021.
Second.
Huckins,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, another item was entered into our agenda earlier in the meeting. Would a council member like to present this item, please?
Mr. Mayor and Council, my suggestion was that we issue a firm resolution or something shy of a mandate, I believe. But anyway, strong enough language that we could make the point that mask wearing should be the norm in Cortez.
Is that language precise enough for all of you?
I think, Amy, didn't you write down what Mr. Green said? I think that was.
Yeah, our city attorney said that we could strongly recommend tonight.
Yes.
I think I'd like.
As,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry. But this is all in light due to the recent increases of COVID cases in the Southwest region. We were talking about, you know, there's a sense of urgency now and waiting another 2 weeks to mention this encouragement and recommendation from the council. In 2 weeks, we could see a sharper increase. So we want to help protect our constituents and protect the economy in Cortez and keep our businesses open.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd like to emphasize, like, this is a small sacrifice to keep our economy going and keep our kids in school, and is to wear a mask and to really reduce outbreaks and to keep washing our hands.
Social distancing.
I think some language that could be included is just like considering the limited capacity and resources of our healthcare services in this area. Council strongly recommends this small thing that you can do for your community.
Orly, did you have a comment?
Yeah, Mike Green, I was wondering, what's the latest from the governor? Do you recall? Or John?
He's extended.
I was reading something here a while back. I mean, last week, but I couldn't.
The latest from the Colorado Department of Health, which is actually the ones that are really enforceable, they're upgrading counties all around us to I think if you start up in San Miguel, it's orange. Dolores County's still gray, but us and La Plata County, we in La Plata County are yellow, which is in the middle. And so each of these colors has a different standard, which I got to tell you off the top of my head, I don't have it tracked, but I think La Plata County just went to the orange level. So I doubt that we will be far behind because of the huge traffic we have between the two counties of people working there from here and here from there. And so that's the update. But November 2nd or 5th, I can't remember which, he changed the order again, increasing the requirements for masks and limiting social distancing. And the Denver News, I think, reported they were even looking at starting to do shutdowns in different places. Things like rec centers, gyms, places where people can, bars, restaurants. People are starting to take this serious. They're talking maybe delaying or not having the ski areas open until sometime in December or January. So that's how serious it's been getting.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from the council?
Just one. There seems to have been a kind of a lull in the stores downtown and around the city about their employees not wearing masks. I know that several where I've shopped previously and were wearing masks are, some of them are not wearing masks or enforcing the mandate now. So I think we'd like to communicate to them the importance of this.
Okay, thank you, David. Could we get this item in more precise language, please? So
I think Amy had the language written down. And that was what the motion should say, what you guys had talked about in the workshop.
Okay. Can I hear your motion on that item?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve the strong recommendation that all persons wear a mask while out in public spaces in Cortez, Colorado, due to the recent increase of COVID cases in the Southwest region.
Second.
Dobry,
Aye.
Huckins,
Aye.
Lucero,
Nay.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, that completes the items on that new agenda, new business. There are no draft resolutions or ordinances, no other items of business. Citizen participation. Does anyone wish to participate?
You have Alan Mays with his hands.
Okay, okay, Alan.
You have to unmute yourself, Alan.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Should be able to hear me now. So that last vote that you just did, what does that really do? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It's just a strong recommendation. It's not a mandate that you have to wear a mask, and if you don't, you'll pay a fine. But council is encouraging everybody to wear masks, to be safe, to try and stem the increase in the COVID.
And have you researched the new increases in COVID to know that there are actually increases? I'm hearing different stories. I'm hearing that the hospital is not overwhelmed. I'm hearing that healthcare workers are not seeing any concerns that would require that the council do this kind of a recommendation. So what is the backing and background that would want you to do this recommendation?
If I could answer for council, the recent Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment website has shown that the number of cases is increasing in all the counties all around us, except for Dolores County. We're in the middle. I think yellow is there's a stage or two below us and there's a stage or two above us. La Plata County and San Miguel County recently went to the stage above us. So we seem to be following La Plata County as far as cases. And again, this is just a recommendation, but these increase in reported statistics to the State Department of Public Health seem to substantiate the I don't want to say it, the request that people start wearing masks more often.
Okay, I think it is just something that cities are following suit with, requirements of maybe the state government, but I don't see that there's anything going on in Montezuma County that would again, require this. So that's my only comment is I'm not seeing it here in Montezuma County that there's anything going on. Everybody I see in the community is just fine. So anyway, thank you for taking my comment.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mays.
We received a report from the status of the hospital. Do you have those numbers, John?
I can't speak for the hospital now because those numbers were from last week, but on Monday, they had 2 people in ICU and the hospital was pretty empty. On Friday, ICU is overflowing. They have a capacity for 4 and they have 5 people in there. And then the hospital was filling up last week. They are looking at potentially opening up another wing of, I don't want to say how many beds, but there's a number of beds. Their issue was that they did not have the personnel to man those beds once they open it up. But they are looking into it because they are overflowing.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mr. Mays, do you have another comment?
Yes, just that there are conflicting messages out there. People that actually are working in the hospital are saying that those are not related to COVID. They are other problems, health issues, and because they don't have staff, the hospital directors are saying it's a problem, but that's management. That's not COVID cases. So I think that you really do need to look into those issues before you start making strong recommendations that are unnecessary. So again, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mays. Are there any other comments from the audience? Houston, Frizzell? Unmute yourself, Houston.
Okay, sorry about that. As far as the masks go, I mean, we all know they're just for show. Obviously, the masks aren't effective in that the school district just shut down. They've been in masks since the school started. It's obviously not effective against the virus. It's just for show. I don't think the city needs to put a mandate out that we have masks. It's absurd. For health reasons, I'm not going to be wearing one, but we all know, like I say, it's just for show. Everybody can use their own, use your own judgment. Wear a mask if you want, but I don't think it needs to be mandated throughout the city. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Frizzell. Any other comments? Okay, I don't see anything else. Okay, city attorney report, there are none. City manager report, none. Are there any city council committee reports?
I have a couple quick reports. I attended the Historic Preservation Board meeting, and they are going to be applying for a couple of grants to extend the surveys in the community. And they don't require matching funds, and I believe they'll be applied for by the end of the year. And the only other thing I had was that we met about the Cortez City Cares application, got the application out, and we'll be reviewing applications for that funding, I believe on the 30th.
Thank you, Robert. Are there any other council members, committee reports?
Thanks. Sorry, my internet's a little unstable. Sorry about that.
I'll make a comment on the business forum that we were invited to. So I think the biggest takeaway there is communication. I think the community and business owners specifically just don't see great communication for us, and this has been brought up several times. People don't read our public announcements, so we need to figure out more creative ways, I guess, in getting our messaging maybe across several platforms, and just being more accessible to people. I think one thing that business owners valued was when Karen was the mayor, she had office hours. So they knew that there was set time that they could go and talk to her about just anything that they had questions about. I mean, I know that's, we're living in different times right now. So being able to meet one-on-one with people regularly is probably not quite feasible right now, but I think we just need to keep these things in mind and just work on communication, which is what we all need to work on in probably every aspect of life. But yeah, so that was my takeaway from that meeting.
Thank you, Rachel. Any other committee reports? Okay, seeing none.
Mayor, I just wanted, like, since nobody else has any other reports, I'll just do a quick PSA. Because RE1 school district has gone to virtual starting Thursday. If there's anybody out there that's in need of a PC for your kid, you can go to San Juan BOCES. You can go to their website. You can give them a call and fill out an application for just like I believe it's low cost PCs. And then I think they may also help out with internet services, but don't quote me on that one. Just go and check it out if you are needing a PC for your kiddo. Thank you.
Thank you, Arlena. I'll do a report on the workshop. The workshop was done by Zoom again. We had an update on the COVID-19 plans from John Doherty, the city manager. We interviewed the applicant George Tripp for the Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Advisory Board. We spoke with Director of Cortez Retail Enhancement Association, that's AJ Dillon. We went to executive session to discuss items, and then we had general council discussion, and then we adjourned. Are there any other comments or questions, council? Seeing none, do I hear a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Unmute yourself, Linda.
Sorry. Lucero?
Aye.
Huckins?
Gonna say I didn't know we had motion to adjourn.
You don't, but
That's what I
since you
thought.
made motions, we'll
Yeah.
take roll. Huckins?
Aye.
Medina?
Aye.
Dobry?
Aye.
Rainey?
Aye.
Yazzie?
Aye.
Maybe.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone.